Hi, everybody. It's Liz Tolentino with Keller Williams.
Keith Renna, Wintrust Mortgage.
And hey, we want to share a success story from this week. So, Keith,
Absolutely.
you and I recently met with some buyers, and that meeting actually was more successful than I think they thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think so. I think these folks, you were, you really encouraged them just to come in, sit down, informal, meet, let's chat about some options. They weren't quite sure what they would qualify for. If anything, they were kind of resistant because they were saying, oh, we know we're not going to be able to buy right now.
Right.
Now, what happened from there?
And so they did exactly what we tell people to do. Have the conversation early on. So they came, they didn't think they were going to be able to buy. They thought that they would have some issues with their credit. And then once you looked at their credit, you were able to guide them and give them information about, hey, it's not so bad and this is what you can do to set yourself up for a possible purchase.
Yeah, actually, they were in a much better position than they assumed. Their credit not quite where we need it to be right now,
Sure.
But with a few minor adjustments, just really just paying down some obligations, and it wasn't a significant amount, a relatively minor amount overall, but
Right.
how the credit bureaus, they base someone's credit score, and it's largely based off of potentially how much you owe versus what available limit is on an account. So we're able to play with those ratios and get the score where we feel it's going to need to be to actually utilize some down payment and closing cost assistance. So
Yes.
that's this is where it gets exciting.
Yeah, it got really exciting, especially knowing that, they didn't think they were going to be quite ready even this year. So I think we'll have them out looking at properties by the end of the year, thanks to the down payment assistance that you were able to enlighten them about, and thanks to the credit guidance that you were able to give them. They did have a question, and the question was, what's the catch? What's the catch for down payment assistance?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about that down payment assistance program and if there's a catch to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a very valid question. It was a great question for these
Absolutely.
customers to ask. At the end of the day, they're going to be looking at about a $350,000 property.
Sure.
They're out of pocket. We are projecting it to be somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000.
Did you guys hear that? $3,000 to $4,000. That's a deposit on an apartment.
So that's where the question came up. Well, that sounds great, but what's the catch?
Right.
So, there are pros and cons to all options out there, and that's where I come into play to explain those pros and cons, see what's relevant to someone's individual situation.
Sure.
But looking at where rates are projected, home prices are projected, take a look back a couple of videos. We have some more information on that. But seeing where things are projected and how we can utilize the down payment and closing cost assistance, and with what they're currently paying in rent, which is a relatively high amount, for all the reasons it made sense to let's get in the market, let's have this option be available. If this works out, great. Meanwhile, they can continue to save money. Maybe in the future they don't need to utilize the down payment assistance. And the big pro and con there was just a little difference in the interest rate.
Right.
But overall, them accepting a little higher interest rate now to only have to come in with $3,000 or $4,000, get into home ownership, where they now have the great tax benefit off that mortgage rather than paying the high rent. There are several other, kind of pros and cons that we talked about, but the overall really seem to be a benefit for purchasing a home like we're finding with many others and moving forward.
Right, exactly. So our success story just basically comes down to this. Have the conversation early on. Look at all your options. Even if you think your credit's not quite there, look, maybe it's not, but it might need less work than you think it does. And, for $3,000 to $4,000 to get into a $350,000 condo, I think it's a conversation worth having.
Absolutely.
So I hope you found this video helpful. And of course, if you want to know what's going on in the market, if you know somebody looking to sell, buy, or invest, get in touch with me.
Any questions as far as home financing, credit, just like to talk preliminary, cost obligation free, please reach out. Happy to help.
Absolutely. Have a great day. Hey, Linda. Too cool. My daughter and husband are looking. Thanks for the info, Liz. You're so welcome.
Awesome.
Yes. All right. Well, hey, Linda, if we can help you, we'd be happy to. Have a great day, everybody, and have a great weekend.
Take care.
Bye.